How do you guys want to start the podcast?
I don't know. I do have my own podcast, so
Yeah, that's not important.
I've been around a couple.
All right.
You've been around the block a couple of
I've been around the block a couple times.
I am recording.
Like a skateboard.
Penny.
What? How'd you go around the block? Just like on your feet?
Penny board.
What?
Pennyboard.
Penny board.
What is that?
Wow. Calls him a
Pennyboard.
Welcome to the Seggy House cast. It's episode 3, and we got Bnort today. He's our guest. Say hi, Bnort.
Hi. Hi, Bnort.
Oh my god. Great start.
Great start.
What's a penny board?
A pennyboard, it's like a little skateboard.
Little plastic board.
Oh, you're talking about those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
The ones that you use with your fingers?
No. Those
No,
are
that's a
No.
tech
Oh,
deck.
what? What the fuck are you talking about that?
Little plastic boards. You ride them with your feet.
I remember I was with one of my friends once, right? And he had a penny board, and he kept trying to convince us he could do a wheelie, but he just kept jumping off the penny board, and he could never actually do the wheelie. But he kept being like, "No, get it on camera, because it was a wheelie. I did the wheelie."
Dang.
He did the wheelie though.
I feel like isn't a wheelie not even called a wheelie? Isn't it called like a manual?
I don't know. I can't skateboard. I can snowboard, but I can't skateboard.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a snowboarder.
I don't know skateboarding jargon.
I coached snowboarding one year.
Dang.
That just looks like a skateboard to me.
Isn't that impressive?
It's like a Walmart type beat.
Yeah, it looks like Walmart. skateboard.
Walmart type beat.
Yeah.
Y'all already know I only ride the Walmart skateboard.
I only go to Walmart for my ammunition.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Oh, Siri just activated.
Should I bring up my one topic?
Do whatever you want, man.
Okay. So the first thing that I did when I sat down here is I looked up your YouTube channel, right? And I was like, I wonder what his first video was. So I went to the first one, right? And it's titled Funko Pop Iron Man and Captain America unboxing. That's not okay. Wait, all right. All of the recommended videos are shitty 3D animated kids things.
Oh,
So,
I see.
like, yeah. And what is up with the editing? What is it focusing on? And what you're
It's
The
a
wearing
editing or the
remember.
camera?
I don't know if it's the editing or the camera. Cause it's like focused on one thing, but I can't tell what it is.
My
like
favorite Bnort video
And-
is fart blooper.
And you're
Oh,
wearing,
yes.
and you're wearing a fedora.
Fedora.
And everything is just so confusing.
Yeah, it was a confusing time for me.
How old were you?
2015.
Yes, I think it was sixth or fifth grade. But I call that the
Like
dark
12,
ages of my
13.
life.
The Dark Ages.
Yeah, it was
So
the
you were
dark
like
ages.
11, 12?
Yeah, I mean, age is just a number, but
I mean, tell that to the police.
yeah. I have, and I will.
Oh.
Done it once, I'll do it
Yeah.
again.
I know another funny number. It's called 911. Anyway, what was it like to eat the Gogurt Burger?
Yeah, so
Well, can we explain what the Gogurt Burger?
yeah, I'll
is
explain the
first?
Gogurt Burger. So, I was at a friend's house and I wanted to do like a cooking video type little video, you know what I mean? And the only two ingredients we had were Gogurt and for hamburger buns, yeah. So, you got lemons, make lemonade. And we had microwaved Gogurt because it was frozen and I hate frozen Gogurt for some reason.
No.
So it was warm Gogurt too.
I thought it was just regular Gogurt.
No, it was warm Gogurt.
Oh,
It was,
no.
it was warm Gogurt.
Oh.
And just in between the two hamburger buns. And it was the most disgusting thing I've actually, I did recently top that, but it was one of the most disgusting things I've ever,
Oh, that
what's
is.
it called?
What did you top
Yeah.
it with?
Oh,
Wait, was it the
ice cream
freshman
sandwich.
year biology?
that
You
was,
drank the McFlurry.
yeah.
Oh, that was so
The
gross.
McMush
Would you like to explain?
Yeah,
Okay.
so this is just gonna be about me eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben, you can explain it. I just
Okay, so
explained that.
basically freshman year we did this lab. What was it? What were we trying to find in it again?
No clue, not a clue.
Oh,
Once
we
he
were trying
said
to do
that it
some
was
kind of
edible,
blend.
I stopped listening.
He basically blended up a Happy Meal.
Mhm.
Oh no!
And I couldn't do the lab. I got stuck with someone. We will not say their name on the podcast, but his name starts with a V, and I bet that's all you really need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He will not be.
So I couldn't do it because every time I was like near it and like smelled it all, I felt like I was gonna like vomit because it was gross. But Brendan has I don't know, it was like Jamie and Abe like told you to do it or something,
Yeah,
right?
something like that.
And like he's like, okay, yeah, I'll drink it, and he drinks it, and it was
Like a sip or
disgusting.
the whole thing.
You drink
It was like a shot
not
glass.
the whole thing,
Oh,
like it was like a
okay,
shot
okay.
glass, right? And I don't know, Brendan, how did it taste? How was it?
It tasted like it didn't taste like a crushed up Happy Meal
Well, yeah.
because it tasted like
I would assume it tasted more like the condiments on it than the actual food.
no, it didn't have a food taste.
Oh.
It kind of tasted like if you put like vomit and like dog poop in a bag and then shook it around a little bit,
Okay.
and then you pissed on it, and that's it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Bnort video.
Sounds about right.
Specifically.
Eating dog poop, vomit, and piss.
Wait,
Yes.
so what was the
Yeah.
other thing? You were saying something about an ice cream sandwich or something.
Oh yeah, so recently I wanted to like I always had this idea of making an ice cream sandwich, which wasn't like it was just like again like a hamburger bun with ice cream in the middle of it.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Hamburger buns seem to be the primary ingredient. in
hamburger
most of your
buns were the
food.
primary ingredient in like 3 of the videos, and it was mint chip. And I don't like mint chip. I don't like mint chip ice cream in the first place.
I love mint chip.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem was, but then with the hamburger bun, it just tasted wet and gross, and it literally like thinking about it now, my heart starts to palpitate.
Oh my lord.
I want to ask what okay, so you said like you went to your friend's house to like record the video. Like how do you preface your videos? Are you just like, hey, let's record, or is there like a setup to it? Is there like, hey, can I come over? Is it like, hey, can I come over to record this video, or are you just at their house already and you're like, you know what,
Yeah,
I wanna put Gogurt in between 2 buns and see how it tastes. Let's record it. Why not?
Yeah, normally it's me who comes up with an idea while I'm there, and I'll be like, just start recording. And they'll be like, no, you don't know what you're going to say. I'll just start recording. And it just kind of goes. Like, all of the videos have just been, just start recording.
Is that how Orange Mango Tango came to be? There had to have been months of planning for Orange Mango Tango.
I think actually you guys were in the Discord while I filmed that. I really think it was just like out of nowhere. Like, I think you guys were there.
When we did our like it was supposed to be gross, but it wasn't. When we did our like epic drink video,
Yeah, I remember that.
That took like a month of planning.
Really?
No,
Well,
we
you didn't have, like,
thought of it. It did take like a month of planning. We thought of it like a month beforehand, and then like a couple days before we did it, we're like, "Hey Zach, why don't you just go buy a bunch of energy drinks and like put them all together?"
Well, what happened was we were trying like, okay, we're gonna think of every. I had to go to the gas station near my house, and I had to just stand in there, not buy anything, and just look at what they had. And then I put that all in like a Google Sheets. So like,
there's your Google Sheets, Brendan.
Do it out to see how much money it was.
Yeah.
And then when like a couple days before, I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna hold my phone out, record myself walking to the gas station, and then I also walked to Stop and Shop because there was stuff there that I wanted for that specifically. So I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm just gonna go to both. And when I got home from the gas station, just like the bag broke in my hands while I was putting it in the fridge, and it all just and I just went, oh, and I started laughing because it was just such a loud noise.
See, I think the main reason though that for us it takes longer is because, especially for that video, we needed to all be in the same place, right? For Halloween. Your videos are more like, you know, it's the Brendan, it's the Bnort experience, you know. It's like you can as long as you have yourself, right, you can kind of throw Gogurt in a bun and then eat it, right? We had to like get in the same place, so we did all that on Halloween because that's when we all hang out. And so that was a
Good
year
video.
ago. That was almost a year ago. Thank you.
That
Did
was
you-
no, almost exactly a year ago.
yeah.
Also, Ben, are we gonna do the sequel to that video? this
Well,
Halloween?
No, we're doing the other thing.
We're
I know,
gonna do
I know,
a
that's
few
the
other things.
sequel, that's what I'm talking about.
If you want to
I do
grab
wanna do that.
one, so Brendan, we're gonna spoil it a bit.
Cut
The
that out. No, cut it.
No. It'll be a teaser. It'll be a teaser. But
Okay.
no. For our we're thinking on this Halloween for the sequel to Drinking the Epic Drink. We're gonna get one. We're all gonna give our favorite drinks and put it on like a piece of paper, and then one of us is gonna go out. Probably Zach is gonna go
I
out
don't have
and
any
get,
money.
and they're gonna get all of those drinks, and they're gonna combine them into one. So like it could be gross because I'm sure
Yeah, foolproof.
Jack Henry's favorite drink is gonna be chocolate milk.
It's gonna be
And if my favorite drink was like
Oh.
lemonade, those are not gonna fuse well together.
That's
Better not say chocolate milk.
nasty.
He better not say
He's
chocolate
going to,
milk.
and
He
I'm
better.
fine with that because it's gonna make a better video.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'll
it would
be
make a
good.
better video.
Yeah, we'll just have like a bunch of like sodas and stuff, and then just chocolate
Chocolate
music.
milk. Sometimes you just gotta put it on the line for the
What's
content.
gonna happen-
Exactly.
What's probably gonna happen is we're all gonna have to go get our specific thing by ourselves because I'm not working right now
That's
because
fair.
I physically can't. So I can't go out and buy all that.
Corona.
Yeah,
I feel like that could work. You guys could all film you getting it and then revealing it. That's when you reveal it.
That's true. So none of us say. Well, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
No one could just record himself with it after. Just be like, "Yay, I have it!
Yeah.
Yay!"
No,
Eggnog.
no, no one's not as invested in the channel. He's actually on our intro video, the new intro to Seggy House. You noticed the 3 dislikes on it. Those were all Nolan.
Yeah,
What?
those are all-
So he
Damn.
might not be as invested as the rest of us. So
In
he
fact,
might have.
Fake friend.
actively working against us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I mean, he was in the Bean Battle video, and he thought that was funny.
He
But
wasn't gonna be bad with
That
it.
was those videos were also like the quickest videos to film because it was literally just like, hey, we're playing Bean Battles, why not record? That's like this is kind of like right. So I just opened OBS, recorded it, and then like 20 minutes later, I was like, cool, we're done. And then they kept playing Bean Battles for an hour while I edited it, and then it was out that day, like an hour after we recorded it. And so that was probably our easiest videos. Other than that, like the last podcast and the second Terraria video and the Newlywed Game, those took, I think, at least 2 months to get out after we recorded
Yeah,
it.
because you don't edit them sometimes.
Because I don't edit them sometimes. 'cause I'm just
Yeah, I
like-
fall into that hole.
Yeah. Like, especially the
I-
Newlywed Game, I thought that that one was never going to come out because I edited the entire thing, and then right at, like, the last scene, my entire computer blue screened, and everything went out. And so I had to restart the entire video. And so
The entire video.
basically the
Oh
entire
my
thing
God,
except for
dude.
like the first 3 minutes, right? Like no, not just 3 minutes of the video, 3 minutes of the recording session, which would probably be the first like 50 seconds of the video.
Fuck.
Other than that, everything was deleted, so I had to redo it all. And so before I redid it, it was like literally just a solid month and a half of just being like, I'm not touching that video.
Yeah, I have a bunch
Yeah.
of videos that are just like sitting in iMovie on my phone.
Really, you have
Something like that.
unpublished Bnort videos?
Yep, some vlogs from like track meets with like V.
That's interesting.
That is.
I feel bad telling Ben to edit, but it's also like sometimes if I don't, we're just all going to forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
I mean,
Because if I was in your position, I would get pissed off if somebody was like, "Hey, go edit this now," because I wouldn't want to do it, especially if I thought it was a bad video. But like, I know that we're just gonna forget about it because we've done that so much.
Yeah.
It just takes multiple months for shit to get released because
Yeah.
we all forget about it.
Yeah.
Mood.
Yeah, that's just kind of how it is. But yeah,
And
it's,
it's
I haven't edited in a while just because I just
what was the last
I
video
just-
you edited?
it-
Like
it's on.
Pokemon Nuzlocke?
I think that was the last one.
I
did.
wish we.
Oh, I haven't even seen that.
I don't
Well-
even think I have the footage for that anymore.
Right.
But I kind of it was see that at this point it's like so far past the point, but it was really good. It was a fun recording.
Really funny.
We have a few videos that just like end on a cliffhanger. Like we have a few part ones, like the Colonel Sanders dating sim.
Almost all of our videos.
I did not watch that. I like actively chose not to.
The Colonel
That's
Sanders
fair.
one. That's fair.
I
Really
forced
fair.
myself
Yeah.
to watch, and I like skipped.
Is that like
around
the
it.
Japanese thing? Like they
Well,
got?
It's. I don't think it's actually Japanese, but it's like it
Mhm.
mocks
It's like-
it, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
It's essentially a mock game.
Yeah.
Where, like it's like a.
It's supposed to be like a dating sim, like
visual
parody.
novel.
And to this day, because when we recorded that video, one of the things I said was I've never had KFC. To this day, I still have never had KFC.
I haven't either. Actually.
I have.
Yeah.
That-
So
It's not a crime because KFC isn't god tier food. It's just like when you want KFC, you get KFC, and you never really think about it other than that.
I've never gotten.
I've
KFC,
never gotten
so
KFC.
I've never
had
wanted
that
KFC
urge.
either.
yeah,
Yeah.
I never had the urge to be like, man, you know what I need right now? I need some Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I definitely have
Really?
because I've driven past it. I'm like, fuck, I want chicken.
Because you're a cringe little
really
southern
good.
boy.
I'm not a southern boy.
Yeah,
I
little
mean,
southern boy.
you're alone.
Dude, he's a southern
boy.
lad.
It's in your blood.
I'm not a southern lass either.
Yeah, it's in your blood.
I just have southern relatives. And I go,
Exactly, it's in your blood.
Mm-hmm.
It is technically.
You also, yeah.
Country
There's no
bumpkin.
technically about
You also
it.
wear a cowboy hat every like other day.
Own a cowboy.
And on your profile picture.
I didn't need that mentioned. All right, Brendan.
That's not a cowboy hat, it's a bowler hat. There's a
I
difference,
don't care.
actually.
Hat is a hat.
It's a hat.
That.
What can
A
you
hat
do?
is a hat.
The cat in the
Brendan,
hat.
as a segue from talking about the KFC dating sim thing,
Mhm.
what is your overall opinion on anime?
I have watched the pilot episode of Cowboy Bebop.
That's a good one.
And one other one about big robots.
Which
That-
Which
What is the
you're gonna have to be more
Evangelion.
specific.
Evangelion.
Oh, Evangelion.
Oh, Evangelion? Oh, okay.
And I think I've watched like a total of like 10 episodes combined of those two series. And that's about it. And like Pokemon, I guess if you count that. But
Yeah.
I mean, are we gonna?
Uh,
I feel like we've talked about anime on like every podcast. This is.
Oh, we probably have, but I wanted to get Brendan's opinion on
I
That's-
have nothing
fair.
against it. But I also just have no interest for it and also don't have like time to just like
Yeah, that's fair.
Fair. Segueing from anime and away from YouTube because
swagway.
Swagway. What do you do outside of your channel endeavors? Because sometimes we see you guys around.
Yeah.
We saw Dylan the other day.
Yeah, I was gonna
A
say
couple weeks ago.
we saw Dylan just skateboarding around town.
Borden.
Yeah, Borden.
And we waved at him and we asked him to do a kickflip and he did, and we all jumped in
Damn.
excitement. That
It
was
was-
so fucking
It was
funny.
greatest moment of my life watching Dylan do that
It
kickflip.
was probably weirded the fuck out that like 6 of us were just standing there going, do a kickflip!
No, he told me that like every single person who drives by that is under the age of 30 will just scream, do a kickflip.
Really? That's really
But
cool.
I
Life of a skateboarder
play baseball.
must be hard.
Oh, you play baseball? Are you on a team with Jack Henry or?
I'm on team with Jack Henry and Nolan right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, they convinced you to do it this year, right? Like they.
Jack Henry did. I asked Jack
Yeah.
Henry, and he told me to join. I didn't even know it was happening, to be honest.
didn't even know what was happening.
So yep.
He slipped you a paper and he said, sign this. And it was
Yeah,
just a
he
sign.
said-
You're legally
Contract.
required to do baseball.
Yep.
You're legally required. This is a contract. You have to do baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get it out.
Yeah.
I can get the
Get
contract.
the contract.
Oh,
Show
okay.
off the contract.
Show off the contract.
You just said I could get it out, and I did not understand.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I can get it out.
Bnort dick reveal on the Seggy House
No, 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 no,
podcast.
no, 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 no. That's. I don't think anyone was. I don't think anyone was. No, no, no. Okay.
What is that?
Don't worry about it.
It's this
That's
contract.
the contract.
It's his contract.
I'll read it after. I'll read it after the podcast. There's some stuff on here that can't be. Repeated.
They said like it legally like confidential. Wait, I thought it was a joke. Did Jack actually give you a contract?
No, Jack did not
Oh,
give
no,
him a
hold on.
contract.
Okay, I was like, what was
That's
that?
different. That's separate entity.
Separate entity.
Separate.
Separate.
Oh
Separate.
boy, how you like? Is baseball good?
Baseball's good. It's my favorite sport. I kind of just like watch baseball all the time.
Really?
I had a Red Sox fan page for a while.
Oh
Really?
really?
Yeah,
Does it still
exist?
exist?
it does. It's called Red Sox Talk.
Ah.
Is it on Instagram?
It's on Instagram. Yeah, I think the most recent post. I think whenever there's like the Red Sox lost for like a week, I just posted this really cringy video of some like Red Sox executive going, and I'd like to start a chant. Let's go Red Sox. Let's go. And then no one else says it. It's like ninja flossing.
I was just gonna mention. Not seeing an improvement.
I looked up red on Instagram and it was the second option.
Damn.
I see the 3 videos
Mark
of the video.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good video.
That's interesting. That's it. Bnort. Did you have a channel before Bnort, or was Bnort the first channel?
So the channel was originally called Stuff Brennan Does.
I do remember
but-
that actually.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's the same. It's like the same email account or like
Okay.
whatever Gmail account.
Because I had
And that
my
was like the Funko Pop videos.
yeah, I had my first channel,
Yep.
which doesn't exist anymore.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's gone. Well, I mean, like technically, I still have access to it.
He privated.
All the videos are private,
Mm.
except some of them are unlisted. So if you get the link,
I think I have one of
the
the unlisted videos.
And then the name is also no longer Turtle Boy Comedy as it once was. I know, it's so sad.
Yeah, that is.
You say you like baseball. Have you ever played any of the games?
You ever
What is
played
that,
Super
dude?
Mario Sluggers?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like the games like that the baseball league produced.
MLB.
MLB The Show.
Yeah, like those specific games because I
Yeah.
MLB like games.
that all the time. Like
Yeah, I play MLB The Show sometimes. I actually recorded 2 videos for MLB The Show, but I didn't want to or have the I just didn't really want to edit them, so I just
Yeah.
have like 30 minutes of me playing.
I think the most
Fair.
legendary video of yours is chilling with Venus or whatever, right?
Oh,
Like,
yes.
The video title. That video is.
my
so
God.
I've
Oh,
seen
I
that.
remember
I've seen that
hearing
more
about
than
that.
once. I've seen that more.
I
than
It
have-
kind of ruined my life.
Oh my god!
Why did it ruin your life? Please explain.
Because for like months after, he would just ask me to hang out.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, and like bio class and stuff.
Yeah.
That shit was so.
And
funny.
also, like, I know this is like, whatever. Like, I don't even know. But people would be like, oh, I just saw the Venus video. That's hilarious.
Oh,
It was
and people
really
kept
funny.
talking about it. It was a
Yeah.
great video.
It was. Really,
It was. No, it was. It really was. And there
A
was more.
masterpiece.
There was more that I couldn't post because it got corrupted or something. But we
Oh.
filmed him working out.
Oh.
And it
Well, yeah,
just,
no,
I don't know what
he did
happened.
pull-ups at one point, didn't he, in the video?
He did do pull-ups, but we got him to go downstairs to his thing. There's like a 2-second clip of me going, and now we're gonna work out with Vincent. And then it just stops there, and I kept the clip in for that.
Just say for the podcast, what Brendan did is he invited him.
They
over
can watch
to
the
stay
video. They can
No,
watch the
it's his
video.
house.
Yeah, it's his house.
It was his
That's
house.
right.
He invited
It was
us over.
It was like completely bare with no furniture, and then he got raged when you turned off his Xbox, and he like started fighting you guys, but he didn't use his arms.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
Yeah, no, we got invited to his house, and then he really just wanted us to watch him play Fortnite.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's epic.
I mean, I'll put the video in the description so people can watch
Yeah.
it. 'cause
Don't
it is.
put the video in the description.
It's-
They can find it themselves.
No. I'll do it.
Put
I'll
a
do it.
channel in the description and they can find
Well,
it.
yeah, I'll put a channel. I'll put a channel at
Okay.
the end as well. But the point is, that's probably my
Yeah.
favorite video.
Yeah, and it ruined his life, so Bnort
Yeah.
suffering from success.
Yeah, I wanna reboot that series though. Slouching with Bean was so fun. That's
Slouching
like what I
with
want to
Bean
do.
We'll do one with you if you want.
Yes.
Yes, Slouching
Yeah,
with Bean
Slouching with
with the
Bean.
Seggy House.
Featuring Seggy.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even know if I want him to promote our channel on his channel because
I do.
a lot of people from or a decent amount of people from our school actually do watch his channel, and I'm not sure if I want them to know about my
Well,
channel.
I could even just like disassociate it and just have it be you guys, but like
Yeah, exactly.
Well-
no, that's fine. That's fun, but it's like
I don't know. We'll talk about it, but it,
Oh, yeah.
we'll talk about it.
Call it Slouching with Bean, episode whatever, hanging out with a bunch of losers.
It would have to
Yeah.
be. It'd have to be season 3, right? Because you've already done season 1.
Could
and 2.
not tell you. Could not tell you. I think there were 2 episodes of season 2 and 3 of season 1. And I think we've had 2 guests the same, like 2 times, same guest.
Yeah, Slouching with Bean was probably
the greatest series ever made.
I did see you got OBS. Are you gonna do any gaming videos on your channel?
Yeah, I actually tried to film a me playing Garfield Spooky Scavenger Hunt 2 and for my Halloween special, but I don't know how to do it because I filmed the whole thing. I didn't even get to finish the game because I just kept losing all the time.
Wait,
It's like actually hard, but then also I don't know where the like.
yeah, I can help you with
The
that.
files,
That's what happened to
yeah.
me the first time I got OBS. Is you would record it and then the files would just go nowhere. But you have to actually set it up so that they do go somewhere. It is a bit annoying.
Also, make sure that they're going to MP4 and not whatever the fuck it makes it immediately.
Oh yeah, I
MOV.
made it like a I accidentally did that once. It was
I hate that shit. It's so
it was
annoying.
so annoying. But yeah.
So I was kind of pressed, but it sucked anyway. So
Yeah, we have a bunch of unreleased Seggy House videos.
unsalvageable.
Do we have a lot of unreleased?
Edit them.
Yeah, well, not just because I don't edit them, but because I start editing them and I'm just like, this is dog shit, and then I just stop because
Yeah,
it is really
it's
bad.
really
Because
bad.
like the first Among Us video we recorded was really bad because like, not the one with you guys, but for our first half of the game we all muted, right? And for the second half, we weren't all muted. But when we weren't all muted, you couldn't hear what we were saying because everyone was talking over each other. And it was just a mess, right? And then we also have just videos like me and Zach recorded a video yesterday that's definitely not going on the channel. Just because we were looking through websites and like basically just like making fun of the internet, but like we didn't get enough actually good stuff. Like there was one story on there that was funny,
really
and it was
funny.
basically this guy who had called Domino's to order pizza every single day for 11 years until one day they just stopped. And so after 11 days of never ordering a pizza, they sent a Domino's employee to his house and found out that he had a stroke. And was just lying on the ground, and he was on the floor. But the thing is, right? Like, how could you go 11 days? Like my thought was, man,
He's
there's no
alive?
way- yeah, he's alive.
Oh my God.
I was like, there's no way that he could go 11 days with just like lying on the floor without water. So my thought was, after 11 years of having pizza, he was finally like, you know what, I'm gonna stop. And then he got a stroke because he was suffering from pizza withdrawal.
Yeah,
And he
honestly
couldn't-
could have been that.
And so they said when they got to his house, that was like the day he had the stroke, and he was just like, man, gotta eat pizza every day for the rest of my life now. It's like smoking.
What's it called? Because that video is probably not going to go up. I just want to describe the other funniest thing that we saw. Which was there's a website called My Anime List, Brennan.
Oh my god!
List?
Fuck that website.
My Anime List, right?
Fuck
But
that
it's essentially
website.
like a list of anime, and like a bunch of people. Like you can make an account, you could like add anime to your thing. You could be like, this is how good it was, and it's about a bunch of different stuff. So we went to the forums page, right? And there was one that was like, we should go back to the time where everyone was saying, "Oh, everyone deserves to be loved," instead of like, too bad.
The
right?
point of the story was this guy couldn't
with the
get it.
anime.
The point of the guy, I know it had nothing to do with anime, but the point is the guy was upset that he couldn't get a girlfriend, so he wanted to go back to a time where everyone would get a girlfriend, and it was just like arranged.
Arranged marriage. It was so
basically an
incel.
incel. Yeah.
It was so fucking funny.
Oh my god,
It's
dude.
because
Poor
I
guy.
was reading it, and we read like the first paragraph, and we were like, "Where the fuck is this going?" And then we read the last one, and we were like, "Oh, yep, that explains it."
There it goes. Whoop, there it is.
Brendan, what's
Where's my government mandated girlfriend?
Hang
I
on,
need it.
because I feel like our theme is that we do a lot of dumb stuff. Like we look at a lot of dumb stuff. What is it? What Brendan? What's the dumbest thing you found on the internet?
What is it? Oh my god, that putting me on the spot like that.
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot like that.
The dumbest
like
thing I found on the internet.
something you've looked at that you're just like, why
Why
this
did I
exist?
have to see that? Yeah.
Why did I have to see that? Why does this exist? Because that's like every other night for us.
Yeah,
in
we
our
see
server.
a lot of.
We see a lot of dumb stuff. That's just like, hey, we're bored one day. Why don't we look for some dumb stuff? Like, that's just kind of our humor, right?
So entertaining.
Okay, so this isn't the dumbest thing, but I really can't think of anything. But like sometimes I'll find like, oh my god, never mind. Okay, so I go on like YouTube comment sections a lot, and I'll just kind of look for like comments that don't make any sense, and I'll go to the channel and I'll like subscribe to them. And there was this one girl from maybe like Ukraine or something, and it was like Baldy versus, oh my god, what was that called? Like you remember the do you know the way?
Yeah, Uganda Knuckles.
Yes, Baldy versus Uganda Knuckles, and it was just this person speaking, like this little girl speaking. I don't even know what language it was, like Belarusian or something. And just like it was like a weird animation of just Baldy and Uganda Knuckles just like hanging out at school or something, and it was just like not in English, and I had no idea what was going on. And then like the whole channel is amazing videos of her just like singing in some
Other language?
like Eastern European language.
And there was just one video of Baldy versus Uganda Knuckles.
Baldy versus Uganda Knuckles.
That's fascinating.
Belarusian edition.
I find those videos so much because what I'll do is I'll look up like a random thing and then I'll go to like posted in the last hour and I'll just go down the rabbit hole. And yesterday, it might have been yesterday, it might have been the day before, I found a video that was like a dude who would like get in like a Halloween costume, and the channel was called like Beagle or something, and it was like someone like Mr. Beagle, and he would just have his two dogs walk into where he was, and he would just be in this costume, and he'd go like, ooh, and then he'd try to scare the dogs, and then they'd bark, and then it'd cut to a different costume. And the other thing about this channel is all of the videos were like 30 minutes to an hour, and there were so many videos
What the hell?
where the thumbnails were just the same, except it would be like it's either like move slightly or there's something else put in. It was the strangest shit.
Yeah,
And,
I'm probably gonna have nightmares.
It's centered around the dog as well. It was like the dog's channel.
It was so strange.
So he just got like 1 million costumes, just
Yeah, for that one video.
He got like 4 million views on it. He got mad money. Like what the fuck? It was crazy.
chase
The
your bag.
the YouTube rabbit hole is so weird, dude.
Yeah, there's like millions of videos like every second.
It's so fascinating to go down.
Isn't it like there are more like hours of videos produced every second than you could watch in like 10 years?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's
Pretty
more
wacky.
videos, not even like time, but there's more videos per, like if one video was a second, there's like more videos than there have been like humans on Earth in seconds.
That's
Why didn't you just say there are more videos than humans on Earth? Why did you have to say if videos were seconds?
There are more humans. There are more. Oh fuck! If
videos were seconds, there are more videos than humans are seconds.
Oh my god! There are more. There are more videos. If every video was 1 second, there are more videos. Oh my god!
There are more seconds in each video than there are humans on Earth.
No, god damn it! If every video was 1 second, right? There are more than enough seconds for all of humankind.
Okay, so like, all right.
So like from whenever humankind started to now,
if every video on YouTube was 1 second.
If you watched every video in 1 second,
and you laid them out back to back, that would be double hour, or you would double the time on.
Not double.
Well, not doubled, but
more.
Don't fact check us. Just assume we're right.
Yeah.
No, I've never been wrong in my life. I've never been wrong in my life. Never.
I mean, there's really no harm in that being wrong, I guess.
No, yeah, like what's gonna happen? Like, you don't know that. Oh, I actually, because I didn't know how many. If a video was 1 second, that it was like the end of time. Oh, I just
You're at
actually
gunpoint.
put in the nuclear. Yeah, someone has you at gunpoint, and it's like, quick, tell me. Yeah, exactly. Tell me there's like a random.
And they're like yes, and then they get shot because they were wrong.
And then they also botched the question. They just can't.
They're like, if every YouTube video was a human, a second with humans that are seconds. Wait, shit, and they just keep.
They just keep punishing it, and like, wait, they just they're just like pacing around, just trying to figure out how to say the question properly.
Okay, guys, this has nothing to do with what we were just talking about, but I got distracted, and
Of course you did.
For a second there.
You did the thing we told you not to do.
Yes, I did. I'm gonna lead this into a thing that we can talk about. All right.
Is this something you just posted in general?
No.
Okay.
It's a video of like a bunch of wrestlers, and the name caught me, and it said Preston Steele versus Dirty Dick Flanagan.
Okay.
Mr. Flanagan.
If you guys were wrestlers, what would your wrestler's name be?
Okay.
I'd probably just go B-Mac.
I
That's just been my nickname for so long. Like,
Yeah.
B-Mac.
Boring.
The
It's
bedhead
boring, yeah.
battler. Bedhead battler.
Bedhead battler. You just come on with like a bedhead.
Yeah, like your whole thing is that your like hair is like super fucky.
You just
all
have
the time.
dandruff.
Yeah.
You have like your entire
The dandruff destroyer.
your entire
Yo,
head
that's
is
like my
all
final
fixed.
attack. Like I do,
Yeah.
like I throw like 3 punches and then I shake my head and that's the dandruff destroyer. It just goes in their eyes.
The skin.
I remember
I'd be like-
watching. Okay.
I'd be the like pocket sand samurai or something.
Pocket
Nice.
sand samurai.
I just reach into my pocket.
just throw sand in their
Pocket
eyes.
sand.
I think Cartman did that.
I remember
Wait, Ben, can I go real quick? I think the dump truck would be such a funny wrestler name.
the dump truck.
I guarantee you that exists. I guarantee you that is already a
The
thing.
dump truck?
I'm sure. And like some kind of like
It has to
underground
be.
wrestling thing.
Oh yeah.
I want to know.
What's it called? The oh my god, who are they? Like the Da Vinci. Those are wrestlers.
They are?
Yeah, they're like
Boros
professional
twins?
wrestlers.
The Boros twins. They're wrestlers.
They're
twins.
wrestlers? I didn't know
That's
the
the dump
Boros
truck.
twins were wrestlers.
I actually did know that.
I didn't. I just know how I found out of it. I didn't even see the video for like 2 weeks. I just heard Zach and Jack they're like, who painted the Mona Lisa? Da Vinci?
Vinci?
And I had no idea what the video was. And then I eventually went and watched it myself. And it's
Yeah,
so
I hate
funny.
So
No.
guys, the dump truck actually already exists. He's a Japanese wrestler.
Oh.
Japanese wrestler.
He's really fat, but
Su-
he looks
sumo?
cool. Yeah, I think
Is
he's
it
a sumo.
wrestler?
Damn.
Yeah. Hold on. His name is Konishiki Yasukichi. He's
Good
the
name.
first
I butchered that
Yeah, I
so
probably
hard.
fucked it up. The
Okay.
first non-Japanese born wrestler to reach Ozeki, the second highest rank in the sport. That's interesting.
Wow.
So, speaking of
The
throwing
dump truck.
dandruff and sand in people's eyes, I have a funny story. One of my friends once. It has to trust me.
Does it have to do with the pocket sand? Because if not, I'm not interested.
Listen, I was in New Hampshire, right? And I have a friend who's, anyway, he's a guy, he's a funny guy, and one day he was just like, "Hey, do you think it would hurt if I poured salt into my eyes?"
No.
And I said, probably. And he said, I don't think it would. So he grabbed some salt and he poured it in his eyes. And then he just like, as soon as he did it, he looked for me for a second. He was like, holy crap. And he just runs to the bathroom. And that wasn't even the end of it, right? Because then he, like, once he finally washed his eyes off, he made a bagel, right? and
As you do.
as you do, and the toaster.
The salt bagel.
The toaster we have is like one of those, like, you know, one of the classic toasters where you have like the 2 slots and you push it down and the stuff goes down.
Yeah.
And it was like almost done, right? And he's like, do you think how should I get the bagel out? And I was like, grab it. And he was like, do you think I can stick this knife in the toaster?
Oh my god.
And joking, because I thought he was smarter than he was, I go, yes. And then because I'm not even looking at him, I'm looking the other direction. I'm on my phone. I hear, hey, should I stick this knife in the toaster? I go, yes. And then I just hear, fuck. And I turn around and I'm just like, did you just stick a knife in the toaster? And he's like, well, you told me to. I was like, what? He had stuck a knife in the toaster. He poured salt in his eyes and stuck a knife in the toaster in the same day. It was within like a 20-minute time span as well.
Okay, what went through his head? Like, okay.
Oh, I've asked.
If you can kill a snail with salt, you cannot. Don't pour that shit into your eyes. That's like so
Does he
stupid.
need glasses now?
No, I don't think so.
And then he could have gone blind by that. By the way,
Probably.
and then
Yeah. I think
fucking
it's on my
electrocute.
eyes.
He almost goes blind and then electrocutes himself.
What a retard.
He's trying to get superpowers.
Yeah, I mean, fair.
Did the like live leak logo just like appear in your eyesight?
League
The
logo.
boss music starts playing.
Benny just starts like levitating and just going towards you, like, oh shit.
Fool. This is
He just ascended.
my eyes. The salt in my eyes extended the electricity to my brain, and now I'm 1,000 times smarter.
To be honest,
Okay,
even
now
if
you're
he,
200%
I'm gonna be
of my
honest.
brain.
I'm gonna be honest. Even if he got 1,000 times smarter, still wouldn't help that much.
He would have only stuck the fork in the toaster.
Nah.
He would have a passing IQ.
He's a funny guy, though. He's a funny
What
guy.
are your guys' opinions on bagels?
I
love
like
bagels.
bagels.
Speaking of bagels, you want to know how he pronounces the word bagel?
How?
And
Bagel?
dude, I freaking bash him for this every day.
Bagel.
The first time I heard
Bagel?
it, he was like, hey, do you have any bagels?
What the?
That's so wrong.
I'm like, what's a bagel? And he's like, bagels. And I'm like, what? I don't know what a bagel is. And he was like, no, you do have bagels. I'm like, what is it? And he brought out a bag of bagels. And I was like, what? Even his
To be honest,
dad
I would
is like,
I
bro.
would not be surprised if that man was from Boston.
Bruh.
He is from
Sounds like,
Boston.
bruh.
That explains it.
Yeah.
It explains it more than being from anywhere else.
Dude, bagels are fire though. Like Bagel World has
Bagels are
such
Bagel
so
World,
good.
Bagel World, and Bagel World chocolate milk just makes me want to.
Oh my God, dude.
Bagel World chocolate milk is just
that shit's so good.
Getting a bagel.
I remember. Hold on,
in
can I
the
say?
morning and just eating a bagel is such a nice feeling.
Yeah. Dude, I remember I got a gift card for Bagel World from my job when I worked as a sailing
That is
counselor last year, and I got like a $20 gift card, like on top of getting paid, right? And dude, I spent that shit. Like, I didn't even like.
You're busting checks.
Dude, I literally, because the closest Bagel World is like, like a town over, right? It's like,
Yeah, it's not that bad.
So it's like a decent bike ride, right? And I still bike there, like I bike there. I'm so dead ass. I'm like, I am using this gift card, dude. I bike there like 3 or 4 times just to spend all of the money on that gift card.
I'm not even surprised because their bagels are some of the best.
They're so good.
They're
No,
like-
because I'm not.
they're like
What am I gonna say? I'm
really
like, hey, mom, can you drive me to Bagel World so I can use this gift card? I'm like, no, I'm just gonna bike there myself.
I would
Like, go-
probably
Burn the
ask.
calories, dude.
I mean,
Yeah, burn the calories that you're just gonna
I
gain
would
back.
see
Exactly.
now.
More back.
It cancels it out.
You gain
Yeah.
taste and you lose weight.
I remember
Exactly.
like
It's a
our
strap.
health teacher or gym teacher or whatever, they were like, man, if you ran a mile jog or whatever, and then you had, a Coke, then you've basically, all you've done is just nullified your entire exercise because you just drank it back. And I was like, yeah, but you get a Coke.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why do you think I went
Yeah,
on
but I
that
got a
jog in the
Coke.
first place?
Exactly.
It was to drink the Coke.
The point is to nullify it.
Nah, I'm playing. I
It's
wouldn't go
not
on a
to
jog in the
become
first
better.
place.
Yeah, you just drank the Coke.
Just drink the Coke.
The point of that is not to get better, but to stay the exact same.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of running,
Speaking of
I had my first cross country meet today.
Ooh.
Sebastian's on the team.
Yeah,
Yep,
Sebastian's
yep.
on the cross country team.
I came in last place because
Wow.
I ruined my sneaker. Like there's now a hole in my sneaker from some puddle that I went in. I also just am not that good.
Alright, so there's a hole in your sneaker and a hole in your foot now.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I'll talk about that.
Yeah,
after.
you should talk about that after.
What?
But someone beat me, and they crossed the finish line, and they had lost their
Supposedly everyone beat you.
their right. Yeah, they did. I mean, but their right shoe was just not there. And I said, "Where is your right shoe?" And they said, "Oh, I lost it in the woods or something like that."
He kept running.
And he,
Still
yeah.
beat you.
They ran so
And he
fast.
beat me.
Hilarious.
Dude, I remember because I did track for 2 days. What, like
I remember that.
in
I
8th
really
grade.
remember that.
Yeah, it was in 8th
Oh,
grade.
not in 8th grade. In 8th
Well,
grade, I didn't track.
Maybe it was in 7th grade. But no, you. I think you were on the team.
Was it cross country?
Oh no,
Okay.
you're right. It was.
It was cross country.
It was track. I think maybe it was cross country. It might have been cross country. Whatever it was.
It was
My
cross
brother
country
did cross
there.
country too.
I don't even remember. I just remember I did it for like 2 days, right? And I did one track meet, and I didn't do too well, but I remember
That's okay.
I came in good enough where I it wasn't like last, and I could be like, yeah, I wasn't embarrassed to be like, yeah, I got like 40th.
Yeah. Well,
It
there were
was-
only like 13 people in this race, so.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, that's fair enough. Anyway, you want to tell the story about how you got a hole in your foot?
Yeah. So this afternoon, I don't even know what time it was. Maybe like 4. Yeah, actually, I think it was 4 on the dot. My family friend was like coming over to like drop something off for us, and I was walking down the stairs, and I was like, "Oh, Cheryl, hi!" And as I'm walking down the stairs, so I have some force. I'm like pretty much jogging down the stairs. I step on a belt, and it's not the part of the belt that's like leather. It's the part of the belt that you like clip in. So it's like it's a point, and it goes an inch into my foot, and it's just stuck in my foot, and I'm impaled by my
Wait, say that again.
by my belt.
What?
He
It was
I got
belt.
impaled by like the belt. I don't even know what it's called. The
Belt
belt
buckle.
like
buckle.
point.
The
Yeah.
buckle. The buckle.
Oh. No.
Yeah,
You know-
and I just go, "Mom, there's a belt in my foot. I need help. I'm impaled." And it just didn't the pain just didn't register, and I just had a hole in my foot. They pulled it out, and it was like pulling a plug.
Yeah.
There's blood.
One time
terrible.
I cut my wrist open. I have a scar actually from it because no.
I also was from my wrist.
It was no. I'm not edgy. No, but I was at. See, it was at like one of my mom's friend's house, and I started, and they had like a broken radio down the stairs or something, and so I started walking down, and then I slipped, and I started falling down the stairs, and my wrist just like hit the broken radio, and it like completely sliced open. And the worst part about it was that like I couldn't feel anything. I think it like hit the it like either severed the nerve or like whatever, but it was gushing, and I just go back up, and I'm like, "Hey mom, I think I cut," and she's like freaking out. She's like, "Oh my god!" And I was just like, "Yeah, I don't know, man. It doesn't. It's fine."
I've never gotten injuries like that bad. I don't think.
Um,
I've bruised my tailbone once, but that was it.
I've cracked my head open 3 times.
That's right.
That's rough.
Yeah,
I got hit in the head with a baseball bat.
Well,
Oof.
that's
Ow.
Ben, did you get like staples in the back of your head, or
I got stitches on my forehead, and then I got stitches on the top of my head, and then the last time I cracked my head open, it was in the same spot, and they couldn't put stitches there. They couldn't put stitches there, so they had to literally glue my forehead.
oh my
So for the next like 2 months or something, I just had glue on my forehead.
I remember. I think it was Dylan, if I remember correctly, but he fell backwards and he had to get like they just stapled the back of his head.
Ow.
That's nasty.
with just
I-
a
yeah.
regular stapler. You mean, right?
I don't know. He went.
Just a
I don't know where he went. I
Was
remember
that
this
school?
was. This was no. This was like forever ago. If I remember correctly, it was Dylan, and I think he I don't know. I don't think it was at school. No,
I have a story.
Like he like fell backwards or something, and I don't know where he went, but they stapled the back of his head.
See, the behind the scenes of that was that the doctor had just gotten tenure, so he decided to take his first dive, and he just grabbed the back of Dylan's head and his stapler on his desk.
Fucking stapled that shit.
Just put it together. And was like, "You're good," and he shoved him out the door.
He was gonna die if it didn't happen.
Just like some 8-year-old kid comes, he's like, "Yeah, let me just staple your head, dude."
Yeah.
I have a medical related story if you guys want to hear it.
Sure.
I might have already told it to you guys,
I
but
do.
I'll tell it anyway. So when I was super young, like probably 10 or under, I woke up in the middle of the night and I was in incredible pain. So my parents brought me to the hospital, right? And what happened was they brought me in and the doctor did an x-ray and they found out that I had just
There was an
been
alien
filled-
in your stomach.
No, not even. I was just filled with shit.
Oh.
Ah.
I pooped in like multiple weeks.
Oh my god.
And I was like extremely constipated.
God.
I remember my mom told me about this.
This seems a little personal.
It's not even. It's fucking I don't even know how I achieved that as a child. Just not taking a shit for multiple weeks.
Holy
Oh,
crap!
God. You know, I got
How I fucking achieved that.
I got a concussion not too long ago. It was maybe like a year ago, but I didn't realize I had gotten the concussion until like a while later. Because I was on like a trampoline, right? And my friend was like teaching me how to do flips. And at one point I flipped and then I hit my head against the spring. And it like, and at that point I had already cracked my head open 3 times and already gotten 1 concussion. So like I was durable, right? And so I just get back up and I keep bouncing. I'm like, yeah, no, we Gucci. And so I kept bouncing. And then a few hours later we were done. And I felt like my head was a little damp. So I like go into the bathroom and I just see my head is just like bleeding out. And I'm like,
God.
oh, hang on, wait, maybe that, when I hit my head against a spring, maybe it wasn't just a quick, and then
Maybe we weren't Gucci.
maybe we weren't Gucci, and then I was still like, nah, but it doesn't really hurt, so I just wiped it off, and I was like, it's fine, and then my mom came home like a few hours later, and I just completely forgot about it, and so I was like, hey, and then like I feel like it was either like really late that day or like the next day where I was just like, oh yeah, by the way, funny story. I hit my head against the spring and it started bleeding out. And she was like, oh no. And then we went to the hospital and they were like, oh yeah, you have a concussion. And I was like, oh,
Damn.
mild concussion.
You're just a champ.
I know.
My brother's eardrum just randomly burst one time when he was like 8.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he was literally just sleeping, and it just randomly just, and he had to go to the hospital. And I'm like, yeah,
I love the sound effect.
your eardrum just burst, and he couldn't hear out of it for like a couple weeks.
I was gonna say, is he like deaf in one ear?
No.
How does an eardrum heal from bursting? That doesn't. I
don't
guess
know.
it just does. It seems.
I'm not a medical expert,
I don't know.
dude.
I don't know.
His eardrum just burst, and it like, and he just couldn't hear out of it for a couple of weeks.
Dude.
And I don't know how he did it. It just kind of happened, just randomly.
One
He
time
wakes up and he's just in extreme pain, and he's like, "My ear is not having," and it's bleeding. His
one-
ear's bleeding.
One time I like hardcore headbutted Diego. Like it was a little like we were playing football, and I just straight up like I had the ball and he wanted it, and so I just went head first and I just straight up bashed into him.
Oh my god!
And he was
Wait, like,
he was
into
on the
his
ground.
Oh, I think I remember
Into
that.
his
I
head.
think I remember that.
Into his head. Yeah. And he was on the ground like covering his head. And I was just standing up like, sorry dude, I didn't mean it, but I was like fine. We had collided heads so hard.
That's hilarious.
It was like, you ever see the movie Kingsman? Like, you know the scene where like he grabs the umbrella and they like
Probably.
he pings their heads together and they both get knocked unconscious. It was like that, except only he
I
got
used to
knocked
love that
unconscious.
movie. I remember I watched those movies with my dad, and we were super excited for the next one. And I can't remember if it had Elton John in it. I remember. That.
Yeah, it did have
We saw
Elton
it in
John.
theaters, and
I think I saw it in
can't
theaters,
remember.
too.
I think it was like a little bit not as good. It was just
Well,
like,
it wasn't-
just like it was like it didn't live up fully, but it was also kind of cool because there were people with like there were like cowboy hats and shit.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course that's why you liked it. No, it wasn't as good because it just completely negated the sacrifice of the first movie, which was like the
No
the-
spoiler, just in case.
whatever. One of the guys kicked the bucket, and then in the next movie they were like, yeah, no, he didn't actually. We saved
He's
him.
alive, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is just.
It's also
like,
got
so
Channing
sad.
Tatum in it.
Yeah, no, but Elton John was cooler though.
Oh yeah, of course.
Channing Tatum, get the fuck out of
Hey,
here.
Brendan, what's your
Speaking of
favorite
Channing-
movie?
Stand By Me. Or
Ooh,
actually, I
that's
have a
good
bunch. Moonrise Kingdom. I love Moonrise Kingdom. There's a bunch of movies. I'm like a movie nerd. Eternal
have not
Sunshine of the
seen
Spotless Mind.
Any of those?
What
haven't
is
seen
Stand By Me
Me?
about?
Nope.
Again?
Neither of
Stand
you
By-
seen Stand By Me?
So I actually want to remake the movie. Or not remake.
Oh,
the movie.
that would
I want to
be
do a
sick.
similar. I want to do a similar type beat.
Ben
But
be
it's
an actor in
these
it?
like 4 kids in like the 60s, I think, maybe like the late 50s,
Yeah.
and they go and there's like a missing kid, and they go along the train tracks looking for his body, and it's based off a Stephen King novel, but it's not like a horror movie, but it's
That's
really
interesting.
good.
And it's just them walking across it like on the train tracks the entire
Yeah,
time.
most of it, yeah, but it's like a coming of age film.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's really nice, and the soundtrack is like insane. Like some of my favorite songs are.
Oh my
I found
god,
from
I
it.
love it when like a good show or like a good movie has a
That's like-
fantastic
yeah,
soundtrack.
That's what's
That's
up.
it. Like when I see like really good animation, like it makes me just happy. Or like when something has a really really good soundtrack, like I don't know if you've heard of this game. You probably have Genshin Impact. Like
Yeah.
they have such a good
It's such a
soundtrack
good
for
soundtrack.
any like when you're in the place that's like designed around China, it has such perfect music to go along with it because it's probably heavily inspired by Chinese music, right? So it's
Well,
like
yeah, the game was made in fucking
Also,
China.
the fact that the game was made in China, I mean,
That's
yeah, that might have
crazy.
something to do with it.
same with when you're in the place based off of Germany. It's so different and it adds to the experience so much.
I really like the Portal 2 soundtrack.
Yeah, like if something is scary and it has a great soundtrack to go along with it, it adds to the
Yeah.
experience so much more.
Yeah.
Because it really puts you into it, and it's like that is something that makes a film like if it's on like a tier list, like an A to an S.
Have you ever seen a horror
yeah.
movie that's like actually like kept you up?
No,
No, I've
What do
actually
you
never
mean?
found a horror movie that's scary. If I'm
I
being
tend to
honest.
not watch many.
I
of them.
remember everyone like was
Oh.
hyping up The Shining, right? They're like, "Oh my god, The Shining's like the greatest
Mm.
thing ever." I watched and I'm like, "That was like okay."
You know what's funny? I don't think I've ever seen like a horror movie that's like, you know, rated horror and like actually like stayed up because of
Horror.
it. But I
horror.
shut up. But
My favorite rating.
but
Scary movie. I think they signed by Matt Pat.
I remember
Matt Pat certified scary movie.
I remember staying up because I was like scared. I was like really little, by the way, but I remember being scared of Hunger Games.
Oh,
Dude,
Ah.
You know, you want to
That
know
makes
what
sense.
movie
That's like a
scared
horrifying.
the shit out of me as a kid? Coraline. That movie was terrible.
Coraline.
actually, a scary
That
though.
movie, and my sister watched it when she was like 3, and she was like, "Yeah, that was a good movie." And I'm just terrified. This little Gungle Benin at like 5 years old. And I'm like, I can't watch this movie. It is so scary.
I actually
Coraline is still freaky to this day. It's like, it's just terrifying, dude. That movie's so freaky.
I was hanging out with a bunch of my friends once, and we were gonna watch Die Hard. And I think the parents were a little tipsy because one of my friends has like a really young sister. Oh, I think he got disconnected. One of my friends has like a really young sister, like maybe like 7 years old, and we were watching Die Hard, right? And
Oh, that's a
and the
great
parents were just like, "You have to let her watch." And we were like, "But it's Die Hard," and they're like, "You're gonna let her watch." And like throughout the movie, she just kept being like, "This is scary. Can we watch something else?" And we're like, "No, we're watching
Yeah.
Die Hard."
Die Hard's such a
That's
good
horrible.
movie.
But
Die
wait,
Hard is
anyway,
a movie.
Brendan, have you seen any scary movies that stuck with you?
Well, I used to be on the couch when my mom would watch something scary, and I would just turn the other way,
Yeah.
and like the audio would still keep me up at night.
I did that. I would like leave the room if
I
there
am-
was, like a scary
I
scene.
used to be a really scared kid, so like,
Like a
Once-
couple of scenes in Harry Potter, I would just leave the room for because it was like freaky.
once when I was younger, you can cut out his name, Ben. Me and we went to go visit his dad in the hospital after he had a stroke, right? And what happened is we went to the TV room of the hospital and they were watching, like, 2 nurses were watching Chucky, and he was super into it. Like he was watching it, and I had my head down and my hands over my ears because I was scared shitless.
Yeah, it's
And every
fucking
time I would
horrible.
look out, it would scare me so bad. And I spent like the next 2 months being afraid to be alone because Chucky scared me so bad.
You know, I auditioned for Chucky 2 Child's Play.
Damn.
Did you get
Yeah.
in? Were you Chucky?
Wait, wasn't Chucky Luke Skywalker?
You mean
Mark Hamill?
Mark Hamill?
Yeah, wasn't it Mark Hamill?
Was it? Was it Mark Hamill?
I think so.
Oh yeah. Also, Mark Hamill voiced the main villain from Avatar.
I am.
Last
also-
Airbender.
I am.
The good Avatar.
I am
Joker
ashamed.
is that one.
I'm ashamed
Yeah, he is
to
Mark
admit.
Hamill.
I'm ashamed to admit that at one point in my life I was mortified and stayed up because of a Good Luck Charlie episode.
Mordecai.
I don't
Oh,
even know what that
I
is.
used to love that show as a kid.
Dude, I never watched it, but my sister did. And then one day I walked in the room and I started watching it with her because we had like a babysitter, right? And then like there was just like a scene where there was this like magic closet that just killed people. And that fucking that scared me as a kid. I was like, oh my god, dude, my closet is gonna eat me, dude. Like, and it was like it was a whole thing.
I remember this one episode of Scooby Doo when I was a kid. It was like the newest, or not the
Scooby-Doo was
newest
my
one,
shit.
but it was like the mystery, the fucking whatever it was. I don't remember.
The banger intro, the one with the banger.
I don't know, but it wasn't the old one. It was like, and it's not the new, like the reboot, the newest one. It was like the one in the middle, the one that most people like in our generation watched as kids, right? But there's this one it was like the 4th episode of the show too, right? Like I watched it like the first episode when it came out. This was like the 4th episode. There was like this little gnome or something, and when he touched people, they would like get like coated in this thing and be like paralyzed, and that terrified me, dude.
The beginning
I had
gnome.
like nightmares about it, that I was like would get like touched and like paralyzed by this thing, and I was
Fuck.
A
scared
little
the shit out of me.
gnome is
That was
going to
scary.
get you.
Cause that's
No, like,
yeah,
they
dude,
were-
it was
they were pretty
terrifying.
scary.
You walk outside and you just see a little gnome run full speed at you.
Yeah, it was like
Turn you into
I wasn't
gnome.
afraid of gnomes. I just had nightmares just about that specific like scene.
Come.
I didn't have an irrational fear of shut up. Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, I didn't have like an
Atlanta.
irrational fear. Like I didn't like see like Romeo and Juliet and like shit my pants.
That's so bad.
I remember seeing
So
that.
good, I
remember-
hope you mean.
I remember seeing that with like my aunt or something.
I never
I'm
watched
watching it
it.
like Miss Dolphin's
Baby.
class.
I remember seeing it as a kid and disliking it then.
I never watched
hated
Romeo
that
and
fucking
Juliet.
movie. It was so bad because it was just Romeo and Juliet, except it was like also Toy Story and it was also terrible.
Dude, I remember the one show I didn't like as a kid was Steven Universe, and I'm
I
glad I
really
didn't
liked
get
Steven
into it because
Universe
Steven
as a kid.
Universe is fucking
I
terrible.
liked it and I kind of dropped off like sometime.
Oh, it's
And then
so-
when I heard about the ending, I was like, "Oh my lord, I'm so
I-
happy that I wasn't."
I didn't
married."
even know that it ended. I
I
just
was-
like
So bad. Scooby Doo, I'd say, because like Scooby Doo came to my like 6th birthday party.
The
Yo.
real dog.
And-
The real dog.
The real, no, she's like a creepy guy in a costume.
Did he dance? Did he do a silly little dance?
He did a little dance. He was like
Oh,
doing a dance.
really?
doing
Did
a
you
dance.
watch Phineas
No
and
one.
Ferb as a kid?
Phineas and Ferb, yeah. Phineas and Ferb, I was about to say, was
I feel like-
also,
I feel like our generation has been defined by Phineas and Ferb.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Kicking It.
Show was so
Kicking It
good.
didn't define us, but I liked it.
They-
Brandon, what's your opinion on Johnny Test?
Johnny
Yo.
So good.
Johnny Test is so good. I
Johnny
know
Test
everyone's
is
like,
so
"Oh, it's
good."
terrible," but it's
No,
good.
it's really
And
good.
we were watching Johnny Test not that long ago. We were just in a call and we streamed it, and we just watched fucking Johnny
The
Test.
thing about Johnny Test is that
Test.
it's bad. It is bad, but it's like
It's not.
endearing and it's
It's-
nostalgic.
It's just not
I
bad.
forgot.
It's just not
Yeah,
bad.
it's
not
really
bad.
good. It's just good and it has good elements.
Why are you two police officers? I blew up Malaysia.
It's I have a strange relationship with Johnny Test
Just
because I
fucking love
like
that
it, but
show.
I also really dislike it.
I'm in a
love
relationship
it.
with Johnny Test.
Dude.
Oh, fuck. Ninjago.
Yo!
Fire.
Ninjago
that
was,
show
I think
was
Ben
so
had a
good.
Ninjago shirt. I think it was the green
did.
one.
I did. I have
What was your
Ninjago.
favorite one?
Literally to my left, I have a Ninjago card holder and I have a Ninjago poster.
Damn.
I'm not even
remember-
joking. I still have that Ninjago grind.
my mom bought like the first episode or like the first 2 episodes on DVD, and I thought they were new episodes, and I was really disappointed when I found out that they were just the same first ones.
I remember watching it on like the Cartoon Network
Me
website.
too.
The first 4.
It's so good.
Yeah,
Like,
Ninjago
okay,
was
what's it
really
called?
good.
Dude, I remember needing to ask my parents if I
Zane.
could stay up past
I love
8.
Zane.
Oh, I liked Jay. I liked Jay.
Yeah, Jace, that's fair.
I really like Jay. But I remember asking my parents if I could stay up past 8 to watch the Ninjago episode where they went back in time. Because that was like I thought that was like so I was like, oh my god, dude, they're gonna go back in time to the first episode. And I think honestly, that episode is like the thing that really got me to love time travel. Cause it was like, yo, they went back to like the first episode and you got to see it again, but from a different perspective. That's so cool.
Wouldn't it be funny if
I remember
like,
recording all of the episodes, and I just watched them after I recorded them.
I watched most of them after the fact, but that episode I needed to watch live for some reason.
Wait, did anyone here watch Lab Rats?
I did. I wasn't
That
like,
show
too
was
big of a fan.
great.
I might
Hey,
have-
Brendan, you know the principal like from Lab Rats?
No, no,
You
not
don't
at all.
remember the principal from Lab
No.
Rats? Okay, well, fun fact for anyone. The principal from Lab Rats is the dub voice actor for Naruto. And that's just hilarious to me.
I did watch Lab Rats.
Yeah.
I never
I just
saw
looked
Lab
up the
Rats.
photo.
Principal
I know
Terry.
what it is.
Principal Terry was her name. And she's the voice actor for Naruto
I
in the
used to
English
love
dub.
this show. You just don't.
Lab Rats was fire, dude.
Dude,
Lab
when
Rats
he
was
gets
so
this
good.
superpower, it's so
I only
cool.
watched like one episode and I really just didn't stick to
I
me.
loved it. I
so
used to
good.
Disney and Cartoon Network. The word. The shit.
Yeah.
I feel like at a certain time in my like young years, I transferred from Nickelodeon to just like Disney and Cartoon Network.
I watched Nickelodeon because I was a stupid little baby weeb and watched Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh!
I watched
Fair.
Pokemon, but not there.
I watched Pokemon too.
And I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Dude, Avatar is legitimately
So good.
fantastic.
Brendan, did you watch Avatar:
I
The Last Airbender?
I actually haven't seen a single episode of Avatar.
Oh my! It's on Netflix now. You should actually watch
I know.
it. It's still,
I
it
know.
still holds up to this day.
I mean, I
It's
haven't
so
watched
good.
it yet either.
You should. It's,
Yeah.
it's really good.
legitimately fantastic.
Yeah.
It like no matter what age you are, it holds.
Yeah,
up.
it still holds up. It's like you go back and watch like a lot of kids shows. It's like they're not good anymore. But Avatar holds.
I don't know
up.
what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
regular
If I
show
watched
holds up.
I
Regular
think
show is
regular show holds up to like a T.
Yeah.
That
Regular
show
show
is
is-
That's because it's so
awesome.
much smarter than like what the
Yeah, dude.
I know. That and Amazing World of Gumball. Amazing World of
Gumball
Gumball is
is
incredible.
What's it called? I recently watched a show. I don't remember what it was called, but it was on like HBO Max, and it was made by the people who made Regular Show. And I was watching it, and I was like, this seems a lot like Regular Show, just not even in like the animation style, but like the humor too.
Yeah.
And then I realized, oh wait, it is by the people who made Regular.
Rick and Morty.
Yo.
Morty.
Rick and
It's-
Morty.
It's
actually
like
haven't seen
you know,
it,
like
so
the
it's-
Midnight Gospel.
Oh,
Which
the
is
Midnight
like-
Gospel is fantastic.
Isn't that like the same creators of Adventure Time?
I think
Midnight
so.
Gospel is actually a great show.
I've never
And
seen it.
Actually, I highly advise it. The first episode kind of sets it up for what it's not. The first episode is kind of like more just like real, like not even more relaxed. It's more like less serious topics. Then like the next episode is like about death. And like
Damn.
it's just so good. I watched a review on it and I was like, "Fuck, I want to watch this," and then I did. And
I
was like,
remember-
"Shit, it's good."
My grandfather
I remember
just
my
told me
parents
about
didn't-
it.
I remember my parents didn't want me watching Adventure Time because there was the one episode where Finn rips out the Lich's eyes, and they were like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And they just were like, "Nope, you're just not watching that."
My parents didn't let me watch most Cartoon Network shows. I eventually got them to let me watch Adventure Time, but I was never allowed to watch regular shows.
I don't think I ever wanted to watch anything that I couldn't watch. Like, I don't think there was ever like a time where like, but mostly because the things that I found, they sort of directed me towards. So like, if I was, you know, like I'd never be like, hey, I want to watch freaking
Big Bang Theory.
The Big Bang Theory, right? And they would be like, no. It was literally just like they'd see what I was watching and I would like it and they'd be like, oh cool, do you want to watch that show again? Like to this day, like I remember I told my parents because during one of our classes, right, we had to pick like two animals that we would want to be, right? And I said a blue jay and a raccoon. And I told my mom after class, right? That I was like, yeah, literally just during the class we had to pick, two animals, and that was basically it, right? And she goes like, oh, what animals did you pick? And I go, oh, I picked a blue jay and a raccoon. And she goes, is that because it's from like that cartoon you used to watch? And I was like, how do you remember that?
Damn.
Yeah, I know. Just some things I'm like my parents will remember it. I'm like, why do you remember that?
Why do you? Yeah,
Because it's like they just have like a better memory.
it's so oddly specific that if you just like showed me, like if I watched someone watch a regular show just in the background, I don't think if someone just mentioned a blue jay and a raccoon, I don't think I would think of that ever. Because like
my mom brought up Assassin's Creed recently, and I haven't played that game in
Damn.
forever, but she just remembers that I used to like that game a lot as a kid. So like,
It was a dope
That
game.
was
Assassin's Creed
interesting.
3 was like
I
one of my
also-
intros to gaming.
dude, the first two Assassin's Creed games were like so good.
Okay, really quick. I know the reason why my parents didn't let me watch a lot of stuff like a regular show. It's because when I was younger, I watched iCarly, and they did a spit take in iCarly, and I did a spit take on my grandma, and then my grandma yelled at my mom, and then my mom was like, "Well, fuck, we can't have him watching stuff that'll make him do that."
yeah,
Also, my intro to gaming was Leapfrog.
Oh, that's hype.
And then it was the Wii. The Wii was fucking
yeah, my intro to gaming was
Oh,
probably Wii Sports, honestly.
Mine was Indiana Jones on the PS2, and I couldn't get past the first level.
No. Yeah.
I think
Actually, my intro to gaming might have been Super Mario Bros.
I think I got the Wii for like my 4th or 5th birthday.
My grandparents just had a Wii, and so I was like, yo, I'm gonna go over to their house like all the time now.
Dude,
There's
I
a
used to play
video.
Lego games so much online. I mean,
Yeah.
on the Wii. Like, the thing is, the Wii was like the worst console for that type of shit too. Like specifically Lego games, but they just work so well for some
Yeah.
reason
Because of the controller was the worst for that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
But
it
it just worked.
was beautiful. Ben, is your grandparents' house the one with the pool?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I don't know. I might unlock a memory from you,
Okay.
but is it? Actually, I don't want to say where, but
you
do they
can,
have,
I can
like-
cut it out if you.
okay, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, yes, this is definitely you. So we went there one time, and we went into their pool, and they had this like thing for like maybe like people in a wheelchair to be lowered into the pool.
Yeah. My grandfather's on a wheelchair.
Yeah, and you put me. I was in it, and I strapped in, and then you lowered it to like so I was underwater, and I was strapped in. And you were drowning me. And you were drowning me in the pool. That's horrible.
I can't say I remember that, but that's really funny.
That's really funny. You emotionally scarred.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
They
I was
had-
mad at you the rest of the day.
I'm sure you were. That would make sense. They had a like a remote thing where like you were able to like sit on the chair, right? And then you'd use the remote to like rise the chair above the ground level, and then it would move to over the pool, and then it would lower. I guess that's what I did for you, but I just lowered it a bit
Yeah.
farther than you should.
Yeah, well, we were also tiny, so
Yeah, that's true. That's
Little
true.
baby gumbo.
I don't
But it was
remember. I can't
amazing.
say I remember
That's
that,
hilarious.
yeah,
dude.
good times.
Who knew that Ben tried to drown Brendan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And he succeeded.
actually, this is the ghost of Brendan talking.
yeah.
He dug
Yeah.
up his body.
In front of the mic.
What do you mean
I
dug
didn't
up his
know
body?
that.
He performed a seance.
Yeah.
Not
Um,
even a seance. You just
No. His body is still at the bottom of my pool. I use
I'm
it as
just
a
trapped.
reminder.
He just left it there.
Yeah. No.
I don't know. It won't go through the filters.
I just-
through the filters. I don't know how to get rid of it.
And that was fun though, because I remember just like I would stand on that chair and then I would rise it to like the highest it could go, and then I would jump off of it like
Impromptu diving board.
yeah, basically.
Alright.
Anyway, it has been a little under an hour and a half. I think it's been like probably an hour 10, hour 20.
Something like that.
Might wanna wrap this
Yeah, wrap
this
it up.
episode
I
of the
was thinking
Seggy
the
House
same thing.
cast up. Yeah.
Room for the ending.
No,
What?
no, wait. Listen, let's make it. Let's drag an outro longer than just. All right, we're done.
That's
Listen. All right.
what?
Thank you,
What?
Brendan, for coming
Thank you.
for tolerating us for over an hour.
I know we know it's hard to do.
Yeah, it is. We know.
Yeah, I took a Xanax before this.
So
Only
yeah.
one, really?
I
Yeah.
only really have one other thing to say.
I'm a lightweight.
And that's I know
Hey,
the person listening to this video, you need to wake up.